What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to another great video on our channel. Top Gun Maverick, starring Tom Cruise, is likely to be the year's greatest success, with the film's jaw-dropping flying scenes, the majority of which were performed and shot with practically no CGI or visual effects. So without any further ado, here's a look at Tom Cruise's private plane collection. Number 7. Quite a bit of flying. The actors worked on F/A-18F models, which are two-seat F-18s with a pilot in the front seat and a weapon system operator in the rear. They have a striking resemblance, so we'd have 4 forward-facing cameras in the front seat looking over the shoulders of genuine Navy aviators at the controls, and 4 rear-facing cameras in the back facing the cast. They're improving the F-18 using CGI to turn it from a 2-seat to a single seat for the outside passages, such as when we see Tom flying an F-18. The beauty of it is that it's a photo of Tom in the rear seat of the F-18, so he's really there being flown by a real Navy aviator. The cast would work for an hour and a half to 2 hours in the morning and another hour and a half to 2 hours in the afternoon, with a maximum of 4 hours each day. That's a lot of flying. However, that's a lot when you're pulling those days and executing the kind of movements that we're doing. Number 6. Taking control of the planes. According to the aviation website Error Corner, a Boeing F/A-18 Super Hornet, the current fighter plane deployed by the US Navy since 1995, cost the US government $67.4 million in today's money. This cost is per aircraft and not a group discount. The fact that Tom Cruise, Miles Teller, and the rest of the cast didn't really pilot the vehicles shown in Top Gun Maverick should come as no surprise to anybody with a sliver of critical thinking. Number 5. Physically taxing. Nonetheless, Tom Cruise understood how physically exhausting the face-melting pressures of high flight can be from his experience in the original Top Gun. On his first test run, rocketing up to double the speed of launching astronauts, he vomited inside his oxygen mask. While they may not have touched the throttle or used the joysticks, Cruise insisted that they fly, albeit as passengers instead of pilots. As a result, in the lead up to filming, he put the whole Top Gun cast through a rigorous training program. They trained not to fly the aircraft, but how to lessen the negative consequences of jet flying as they progressed from tiny prop planes to genuine F-18s lent to them by the Department of Defense for a pittance per hour. This was in part a 3-month boot camp to prevent widespread air sickness. Number 4. No one gets ill. On Top Gun Maverick, there was never a moment when we had to halt or stop production because someone felt unwell, recalls Kevin LaRosa II, the film's aerial stunt coordinator. We sat down with LaRosa for just under an hour and got all the inside scoop on the Top Gun sequel's production. Number 3. Using actual airplanes. In terms of aerials, we established what Cruise likes to call laws on Top Gun Maverick, and the first and most important rule was that everything had to be true. However, not all of the aircraft we see featured in the film are easily accessible or flyable in the United States, and we show their aircraft flying. The second condition is that there must be an aircraft in front of the lens, although a subject stand in aircraft, such as another F-18, might be utilized. Then it's off to visual effects, or adjust or retexture it to make it appear like a different airplane. See, for example, the ill-defined 5th generation jets. The similarly vague bad guys take to the air. Number 2. Training in the air. Every shoot required the actors to be in the plane, so they're really pulling those G's when they're putting on those big performances. Production went to tremendous efforts to create the in-cockpit IMAX camera setup so that the actors could be there performing that. This was a built-in technique that was significantly influenced by Tom Cruise. They had me create the training program. We began with Cessna 172s. My father and I were the first cast flying instructors, and those little single-engine planes are entry-level planes that anybody can learn to fly. This provided the actors with spatial orientation and a fundamental grasp of what flying entailed, including where to look, how to move their hands, and what all of the gauges do. Not to mention how to make a turn, land, and take off. From there, the actors moved on to a plane named the Extra 300. Chuck Coleman, a good friend of mine, was their new teacher there. This all being closely supervised by Tom Cruise every day, every step of the way. In the mid-1990s, Cruise acquired his pilot's license. Number 1. Various jets for training. This is a plane that the general audience has seen in stunt events like the Red Bull Air Races. It's a single-engine, piston-driven aircraft that can draw a lot of G's and is incredibly maneuverable. This section was designed to increase their G tolerance. We next went on to the L-39 Albatross, a Czechoslovakian fighter trainer aircraft that has been brought to the United States. It's widely accessible, very maneuverable, and a lot of fun. All of this was to teach the cast how to lift heavy Gs. They were seasoned experts by the time they graduated from this one and joined the F-18s. This procedure took place over the course of 3 months in various locations around Southern and Central California. That's why, even as a man who could tear apart a movie, I saw Top Gun Maverick, and it seems like the characters are genuine naval aviators. Well guys, that's the end of our video. Leave us your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, then let us know by hitting that big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Thanks for stopping by and watching this video, and until the next one, good luck and safe travels.